All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shemal Shai, by Shema Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is World Star Hip Hop, as you can see. Whoa, man gets jumped by a mob of teens in Los Angeles. Right, so I'm going to play this clip. Precepts.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Oh my God.
Right, so as you can see, they laid his ass out. I don't know if that's an Edomite, that's what it looked like, or a Latin, but whatever, whoever he is, it's an Edomite. Even if it isn't an Edomite, this righteous judgment. The Edomites, these crackers, these white people, get what they deserve for putting us in captivity, because they are their forefathers in a reincarnation, now and today. And if you're Latin, this is kind of versus, as well um, as this is an example of what's to come on a greater scale. They could have beat and killed this guy and moved on to the victim, because that's what's gonna come in the when all hell breaks loose. Little groups like this, people gonna form militias, whatever the case may be. This might even just be gang activity amongst the so-called Latin tribes. But yeah, when all hell break loose, this is how the mobs are gonna be moving. Uh, uh, in search of food, weaponry, to rape women. Even the kids gonna be doing these things. So you're gonna have them groups that's gonna band together just as well as a lot of people that's gonna be fighting each other that know each other. So let's start with with me. Sirach precept, and they not only gonna be doing this to men, they gonna be doing this to women. Rocky, that with me. This is Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are ready for vengeance, but in their fury lay on sore strokes. Right. And them sore strokes could be gunfire, and the spirits that are credit for vengeance. is the Lord can put the spirit on people to act out these things. The angels are the ones that's or the Lord uses angels to put the spirit on people to do these things, man. Basically, it says, "Which never fear lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Judah got the back of beating people up and then shooting them right afterwards. It needs, so those are just examples of spirits that are quick for vengeance. It says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So the Lord is the one who issue out these judgments upon the people. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Right. So when it's time for you to be judged, however the Lord wants you to be judged, even if you're just getting beat up, stomped out, put in the hospital. That's the judgment you have about Shemal Shai, man. Chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Right, man. So it's basically saying the same thing Sirach said, just a little different. The Lord controls your injuries if you heal from them, if you die not. This second Ezra chapter 15, verse In second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And that's what I'm doing right now in the days, as well as other brothers, starting with the apostles on down. The prophecy is coming up out of the Bible. Um, so we're breaking down to you what the Lord says is going to happen in these times, just as well as what happened in previous times, and the people of the Lord is who? The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, right? And we getting it right about the Bible. And it's coming through the Spirit of fire about Shemal Shai, how we edifying it, and cause them to be written in paper, the Bible, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, right? So don't be afraid of what people say they're going to do to you behind speaking the word. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. Let not their unbelief trouble you, you know, that speak against thee, right? So just because your people don't believe, don't let that bother you, because they doing a lot of scoffing and they doing a lot of talking about you. All the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. Them the type of people that's going to die for not being faithful. And then, them type of people that's getting done like this and dying and going to be done like this in the future and die from it and be left laying there, you know. Even the little kids, a lot of them going to die if they don't come back to the truth. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right, so these plagues are coming upon the world because of the wickedness that's going on in this world. Our people killing each other is part of the wickedness that's going on in the world. Gang culture destroyed our people. Witchcraft destroyed our people. This cracker, Edomite devil that's ruling over us, help and aid that in destroying our people and use our people to sell out to help destroy our people so that they can live a somewhat decent life, you know. I'm going to jump to verse 14. Woe, meaning destruction, to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, which is the nuclear missiles. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? It's going to get so bad out here that everybody's going to be fighting each other with swords, meaning killing instruments in their hands. So if he survived this, he's lucky. But in them days, people going to be shooting, stabbing, hacking off, etc. It's happening now, but it's going to be on a greater scale in them days. For there shall be sedition. Sedition is meaning people uprising against their government. Just like the whole Trump situation, when they said he sent all those people to the White House, and they ran in the White House trying to get at Biden, that's going to be happening. Their government officials are going to die in those days. It should have said, verse 16, but there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. People are going to be running into each other's houses. They shall not regard their kings. The kings is the presidents, nor princes. The princes is your government officials or your illuminists, Boule society from high rank. What do you call those guys? Hollywood stars, etc., rap stars, etc. Those are the princes of this world. And the course of their action shall stand in their power. So people will be able to do whatever they want to do to you in them days. Like in this situation, they can beat him, stump him out, knock him out, pick him up, take him to the crib, cut him up for some food, or the LGBTQ community is rampant. Rape them until they're done with them, then kill them, and then eat them. Men, women, child, everybody. I mean, not everybody, but these things are going to be happening in those days. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. So men are going to be afraid in those days. Uh, the pride of America is all the wickedness that they take part in. Following the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the LGBT community, witchcraft is pride of the cities. That's why these cities are going to be left troubled. And people's houses are going to be ran into. You know, but it says, verse 17 again, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. These cities are going to be locked down either by military, militia, or just see regular people like these kids running around with weapons, that realistically just standing together. You have the movie The Road, that's a good example of that. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, like running in your house and taking your, it's what it said, and spoil their goods, right? Taking what they need out of your house, man, because of lack of bread, right? No food for great tribulation, right? So it's gonna be great tribulation in them days, and no one's gonna come and save you in those days. That's why you're supposed to get this truth. 'Cause the only protection is gonna be this truth, and that's when 7 women are gonna join hand to one man, because that's when women gonna go back to their natural feminine state. All that pride that they got is because of this cracker, this white man, this devil, protecting them. And in them days, they're not gonna protect them no more. The police, and see, nationality is gonna ban with nationality in them days, just as well as people of all nationalities getting into it. And people are gonna be looking out for their own houses, their own families. Police force, army, personnel. You see what's going on. Trump laying off feds, moving them around to where he wants them to be. They're gonna be leaving their posts in those days, man. A lot of them leaving their posts now, but even more in those days when all hell break loose. You know, jump to verse 24. Second Ezra 15:24. Woe being destruction to them that sin and keep not my commandments. Right, so that's for the Israelites, because we are still supposed to keep, to the best of our ability, of what we can, keep the law, statutes, commandments. Saith the Lord, I will not spare them. Go your way, you children from the power, defile not my sanctuary. Right, the Lord not dealing with 2/3 of his people over here in America that's calling themselves worshiping and believing in him, because they don't have the right God. Two, when he had his hand stretched out through his prophets teaching the word and they disregarded it. It says, verse 26, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him. Right? So the Lord is watching everyone, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. See? So that's the judgment for all people that didn't want to come back to the Lord, man. This Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, and how are you children of Israel? For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth nor mercy. Right, and this for the Israelites. They don't have the truth. They don't have no mercy upon each other, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. Right, nor do they. Same thing. They don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai. They call themselves African Americans or whatever nationality, going to church, believing in idols. And that's just the controversy between them and the Lord is by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, right? Having sex with another man's woman. They break out and blood touches blood, and that's them killing each other, you know. So That's the spirit that the Israelites are in, you know. And the Lord is gonna kill them off for that, you know. So I don't know if this is it look like it's an Edomite, but if it's an Israelite, that's one of the reasons why the Lord got a controversy with his nation because of these curses and these actions that they're taking upon each other. So their ultimate judgment is when all hell break loose, if they don't die now, they're gonna get it when all hell break loose. And some of them gonna be hit by thermonuclear missiles, you know? So that being said, man, call lawyer, how about Shemal Shai? Double honors to the elders and the apostles that were well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.